Hello, everyone. I hope all is well with you. I'm your host, Jocelyn, and welcome to What in the Black History. Hello, and welcome back. I hope all is well with you. This week's topic is Dr. Clarence Skip Ellis. Dr. Clarence Skip Ellis was the first African American to earn a Ph.D. in computer science. He was born May 11th of 1943 in Chicago, Illinois. He was one of 5 children raised by a single mother in a poor and often violent neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Ellis mostly kept to himself as a child, and this helped him stay out of trouble. When he was 15 years old, Ellis got a part-time job at an insurance company to help support his family. He worked as a security guard on the night shift, and his primary responsibility was guarding the company's new computer. In 1958, computers were rare and expensive. They were also quite large since microcircuits had not yet been invented. Ellis's job was to protect the company's computer from theft and vandalism. Although he was not allowed to touch the new computer, he did have access to all of the computer's operating manuals. During his long hours guarding the computer, Ellis read all of these manuals. Ellis's ambition was put to good use one day when there was a computing crisis at the insurance company. At the time, data was entered into computers using punch cards. The computer technicians at the insurance company were in the middle of an important project when they ran out of punch cards. No one knew how to fix the problem except for Ellis. One of the things he had learned from his late-night reading was how to reuse old punch cards. Ellis not only made a good impression at work, but he also took his first step towards a career in computer science. When Ellis was in high school, his teachers encouraged him to attend summer programs at local colleges. Ellis became exposed to university life and met students from outside of his own neighborhood. Although he was interested in attending college, his family did not have the means to pay for college expenses. Luckily, the pastor of Ellis's church learned of a scholarship at Beloit College in Wisconsin. Ellis applied for and won the scholarship. In 1960, he moved to Beloit, which was about 100 miles from Chicago. He was the only African American student at the college at the time. Ellis struggled to keep up with his classes during his first years of college. He quickly realized that he was not as well prepared for college as most of his white peers were. He spent all of his free time studying, and therefore he did not enjoy many of the extracurricular activities of college. Although he was often lonely, he was encouraged by his family, and he found the strength to persevere. College life improved for Ellis during his 3rd year. A computer was donated to the college, and Ellis and a chemistry professor were assigned to set it up and establish the college's first computer laboratory. Ellis spent countless hours in the computer lab, and he recognized that computers were his passion. In 1964, Ellis graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in math and physics, but he really wanted to pursue a career in computer science. Ellis decided to go to graduate school to learn more about computers. Few people encouraged him to pursue an advanced degree. Ellis did not want to fit into a stereotypical mold, so he followed his passion. He attended graduate school at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. There, he had the opportunity to work with the hardware and software for one of the first supercomputers called the ELIAC 4. In 1969, Ellis became the first African American to earn a Ph.D. in computer science. Ellis's first job after graduate school was a supercomputer researcher for AT&T Bell Telephone Laboratories. Next, He worked as a research scientist for Xerox in Palo Alto, California. At this job, Ellis helped create the idea of clicking on a graphic to start a computer program or to issue a command rather than typing in lines of computer code. This became a defining feature of the Apple computer, and it was later incorporated into the Microsoft Windows operating system. The point-and-click feature of computers is so common today that most computer users are unfamiliar with the days when knowing complicated programming code was the only way to work with a computer. In addition to his career in industry, Ellis held teaching positions at Stanford University, the University of Texas, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and the Stevens Institute of Technology. He also taught in Taiwan under an AFIPS, or Australia-France Indo-Pacific Studies Teaching Fellowship. Ellis finally joined the University of Colorado at Boulder in 1992 as a professor of computer science and retired in 2010. He was an early leader in that university's research on human-centered computing. At CU Boulder, Ellis regularly taught the introductory computer science course in addition to offering advanced courses on groupware. He wanted to encourage students of all backgrounds to stretch their academic abilities and to consider careers in computer science. In the February 2002 issue of Black Issues in Higher Education, Ellis said he wanted to counter the approach some teachers early in his academic career took when they advised him to not take courses beyond the basic math level. During his later years at Colorado and into his retirement, Ellis worked with higher education institutions in Africa. In particular, he maintained a close connection to Ashesi University in Ghana for several years. In 2013, Ellis received a Fulbright grant to support his educational work in Ghana. Ellis was named a Fellow of ACM, or Association for Computing Machinery, in 1998 in recognition of his leadership in ACM SIGOIS, which is Association for Computing Machinery's special interest group on operating systems, and his impact in the office information systems field. He passed away in 2014 at the age of 71. And that is the end of the episode this week. I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you'll join me next week. And until then, keep glowing and keep growing. Bye. Thank you for joining me today on What in the Black History. If you enjoyed the show, please leave a 5-star rating on Spotify to help the show grow. You can also help the show grow by telling your friends, family, and coworkers to listen in. Stream What in the Black History on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And if you have any suggestions on little-known Black history facts that you think that I should do, email me at whatintheblackhistory@gmail.com. Bye.